Hey guys, it's Fancy Maselli from IamButterflyBound.com. How are you today? It's an amazing Saturday, and I just wanted to come on here and talk to my team a little bit, but I thought that I might actually share this on YouTube as well because I thought about it being appealing to a lot of people. So I wanted to talk about it. So lately, we've been talking a lot about building a brand and finding your niche market. Okay, I've been talking about that all week with my team. And last night, my best friend is on my team. You guys know that if you're watching this within the team chat, right, or the team page. Oh, in fact, I need to tell you guys to come and see this. So let me do that real quick because I don't know if you guys have the notifications. So just one second. Okay, one second. Dang it. Why is this taking so long? Okay, I'll do it from my phone. Oh, there we go. Okay. Sorry, guys. Live in the group. Come check it out. Okay. All right. So, does that go? Yes. Okay. All right. So, going back. Okay. So, I was talking with Tori last night, and I'm not going to throw her under the bus or anything, but we were both talking about the fact that we are, Tori's 39 and I am 43, and we have both spent the better part of our lives being someone's mom, right? Someone's wife. But we've forgotten who we were. And so we were talking about attraction marketing, building a brand, building an audience, and Tori didn't think that she had a way to do that. Like she didn't know what it was that would be appealing about her to someone else. Like, she's like, I'm not skinny. I'm not this. I'm not that. And I was like, Tori, none of those things matter. Like that's not the thing that appeals to other people. Okay. What's going to appeal to people is where you are and what you've done and where you're going. Okay. So that's the past, present, future idea, right? So she had lost herself. I've lost myself. I stopped doing anything that I made me, that I loved in life. I loved to read. I loved acting. I loved singing. I loved dancing. I loved writing. Okay. I there's things that I loved. I like figuring out mysteries. I enjoy, doing adventurous things like that, like the zombie walk that my team's getting ready to do, my local team. That is something that I really enjoy doing, and I would never go do that because I have forgotten. Okay, I have forgotten who I am. So how do you build a brand or an audience if you don't know who you are, right? But the thing is you do know who you are because you can remember what you were like before, okay, what you liked, and discovering what you like again can be part of your brand. Because how many women out there feel that way, right? How many people feel like their whole life is being defined by being a mom or a wife or, a nurse, or what you do is not who you are, okay? So I was telling her, I'm like, look, you know what? You can appeal to women who are in that same situation. Because what appeals to people is not necessarily your success story. It's the path that you took to get to your success, right? So let's say you're not a getting great income producer yet, which I'm not even, okay? I'm in the process, and I've struggled this month. You guys know I've struggled this month. I've had a hard month, okay? It's been a hard month for me personally and business-wise. It's just been a struggling month. And I thought about that, and I'm thinking to myself, how can I use that to appeal to people? How will I find people that resonates with? Because truthfully, that's what you need. whether you're offering them a product or offering them to join your business, you need people who resonate with what you're going through, what you have gone through, and where you're headed, right? Okay. So if you have lived a life where you were a mom who spent most of your life like me saying no to your kids, then that's part of your brand. That's part of who you're appealing to. You're appealing to moms that have to say no. Okay. Are you appealing to the college student that's eating ramen because they're putting themselves through college? Probably not. If you're not a college student or have not been a college student who ate ramen to put themselves through college. Okay. If you're not that person or have never been that person, you probably are not appealing to that person. Okay. So you have to find your connections with people, and you have to be really laser focused on who it is that you want to attract. For me, like, okay, so I'm not saying that every person on your team or every person that you bring into your fold has to be a 40-year-old woman who doesn't know who she is in life. That's not what I'm saying. Okay, that's just a piece of your brand. That's one thing that I talk about, okay, that I'm talking about. The next thing is that I've been a server and a retail manager, right? Okay, so by talking about being a server and a retail manager, that opens up my market just enough to be marketable to a few more people, maybe 30 somethings, maybe late 20s that are kind of getting frustrated with the fact that, you know, they're working in these industries that they work really hard and don't get paid enough. Okay, so I can talk about that. That's the next part of my brand, is talking about that, and the fact that that was, to me, a $2.13 server wage is absolutely absurd, and why do we still have it? To me, I don't want to, my paycheck should not be determined by the amount of ranch that I bring table 9. I say that all the time. And I want you to think about things that you can say over and over again, because when somebody hears it over and over again, it will go in their brain and it will explode eventually in their brain, and that will cause a reaction, and they will contact you because all of a sudden that brain reacted to it because it heard the exact same thing over and over again, and it finally just went, oh, it's like a light bulb coming on, right? We always talk about that light bulb moment or that aha moment. That's because you keep hearing the same thing. So I say that all the time. I say my wealth shouldn't be determined by how much ranch I bring table number 9. I say it all the time, right? Okay. So there's going to be a server out there that hears that and goes, oh, holy crap, you're right. My worth shouldn't be determined by how much ranch I just brought table number 9. Why am I doing this? She has a different way. Let me go talk to her about this different way. Okay. So that's my next thing. So then the next thing I talk about that opens me up to a wider realm is my PCOS and my depression, right? And losing my mom. Okay. So that's the next thing I talk about a lot, because it doesn't matter whether you're 19 or 82. If you've suffered with PCOS or depression or losing a parent that you either had a good or bad relationship. I talk about the fact that by the time I get to a point where I had a good relationship with my mom was gone. So precious time with your mom is important. Which, if precious time with your mom is important, then precious time with your mom can be given to you by being able to do a business that allows you to spend precious time with your mom. Okay. So that's what I talk about there. So those are my main things that I talk about in my brand and my audience. That's who I'm looking for. I'm looking for women who are strong. I'm looking for women who are fed up with what they're doing in life, and they have extreme drive and passion. I'm looking for, if we talk about the color personalities, my ideal teammate is another red. Okay. And it's not to say that I can't attract yellows or work with blues or work with greens. But truthfully, if I'm looking for my ideal, I'm probably looking for another red, because a red isn't going to get offended if I say something that maybe wasn't extremely caring and nice. Okay. And I don't like to be like that. I don't want to be uncaring and unnice, but sometimes things I say come out the wrong way, even though they come from a place of caring and being and trying to help somebody. Okay. And sometimes it just comes out wrong. And I try really hard not for it not to happen, but it does. So another red will understand that. whereas a yellow will never get that. Okay, they'll just be hurt, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to hurt people. Okay, so looking and being specific about who you're looking for, that really makes it so that it's much easier for you to motivate your team to work with you, because they're going to be like you. Okay, so if you're a blue personality and you like to party and you want to go out and you want to have fun and you want to throw parties and everything, you probably do not need me on your team. I'm probably not the person that you want to pair up with, because I'm not into that. I really don't want to go do that. Okay, I'm not really into throwing home parties and going to events. Now, Tori loves them, and yes, she's my best friend, but I will go help her, but only when I want to, like not all the time. I'm not going to all the events and things that she's doing. So, I mean, that's something that she's doing, and she needs to find other people to join her team that will come and support her in that all the time. Okay. So thinking about that, but going back to knowing who you are. Okay, so now I've talked about the things that would have appealed to an audience, and it's none of those things are things that would appeal to people because you have accomplished something so amazing. It's because you're on a journey and they want to see what your journey is and where the journey is going to take you. Okay, so so that's why branding and audience is really important. And then inside of that, you can think of, what are the things I really enjoy? Okay, so you add those to the mix. For me, like I said, true crime is a big deal for me. Solving mysteries is a big deal for me. I love that. I am in the industry of entertainment. I write, I act, I do all that. So that's appealing. I can talk to people about that stuff. You know, I can talk to people about the theater. So those different things are things. I love books, so I can talk to people about books I've read, whether it be self-help books, Stephen King novels, whatever it is. I can talk to people about that. Okay, so those are all the different things that you will be appealing to another person. But if you're just out there and all you're being like is, hey, I can change your total life, I can change everyone's life, I can give you, I've got all these amazing products and you're going to love all these amazing products, and that's your thing, it's not going to help you be successful in longevity. Okay, because you're going to continuously be frustrated, because people are going to come to you that have nothing in common with you, and it's either going to be hard to figure out how to help them on their journey of getting well, because you don't know what they're going through or what they've been through or where they're going. Okay, or they're going to join your team and you're going to have a hard time. And I have experienced this already, guys. Experienced it when I did the $20 push, and I just took every single person, and I care about every single one of those people. But I'll be honest with you, one of the reasons that I'm having an issue with getting people to work is because I don't know how to get them to work, because they're nothing like me and I don't understand it. So for me, it's like, why are you not doing this? What is wrong with you? But it's not what is wrong with you. I didn't know what to say to them to hit their button, because this business can be for everybody, but you can't lead everybody. You have to lead people that are willing to follow you. Okay? Does that make sense? I know nobody's on here. Hopefully you guys will see this and you'll think about it. All right. And I still really suggest doing something to be in your dream this weekend. Okay. Find something, whether, like, I went to Home Goods. All right. And I've posted, I did a live about the fact that I went to Home Goods. I'm going to post what I found at Home Goods. Okay. And so not only did I do something for myself to fill my cup and make me excited and propel me forward, but it's something that I can share with other people that they will resonate with. Oh, I really want to do that too. So mine was going to Home Goods and finding the different things that I'd like to put in my house, right? So somebody else sees that and thinks, I really want to make my beautiful dream home and I never have been able to afford it. Look what she's doing. She's creating this dream home. Am I really creating the dream home yet? No, I'm not. Okay. But I'm going to take them on the journey of me creating my dream home. I'm going to take them on the journey of what I buy, what house I look for, where I go, what neighborhood I'm looking in, how, research. I can play on all of that and create this story that people are going to want to do and watch, okay? And while they're doing that, it's going to hit their pain points, the points in their life that they're not happy about, and the things that they're going to want to change. And it's going to inspire them to change because I'm changing. So it's not enough to be out there and tell people I'm changing. You need to show people what you're doing that's changing. Okay? And if there are people that don't know you, now the people that know you are going to see the change because they're going to know what you were, so they're going to know where you are now. But that's why it's really important to share the past, the present, and the future when you're talking, because you're going to be explaining. You need to tell them where you were. And it doesn't mean you have to be totally negative or tell them all the horrible things that have happened in your life. You can tell them some things that have happened. You don't have to tell them all the things that have happened. You can just focus on the things that you're on the journey and you're fixing or changing or, growing, okay? So that is what I would suggest to do today or tomorrow. Get something in your dream. I told you a couple ideas. I told you about booking a place you want to travel. I told you about going and looking at an open house. Now I've told you about going to Home Goods and looking at all the different things that you'd like in your house. Whatever those things. I also told you if it's taking a trip to a local thing, if you can't afford to go do this local thing and you really want to go do it, I told you to drive to the thing and sit out in front of it and imagine yourself doing it, what it looks like, and then drive home and plan out how you're going to get to the fact that you're going to go do that next year or next month or whatever. Okay. All right. Does that make sense? Okay, hopefully you guys are having an amazing day. If you need anything from me, I am here. I'm ready to work for the rest of the day for you guys, as well as I'm going to be working my own business, so I will be on social media. I'm working on the boot camp still, okay? I did start posting some stuff in there to get us ready. All right, and I am going to start asking you guys if there's something that you really think that you have to share, that you have to offer, that you think is something that will help somebody who's starting out, that maybe either you learned or maybe you screwed up or maybe you're learning, let me know so we can start to include that in our boot camp, okay? But remember, the beginning stage of this boot camp is going to be all about helping them get their 5 customers in 30 days. And what that's going to do is not only is it going to help them be successful, it's going to help you be successful. So you really want to help them get through this boot camp, okay? And you want to contribute to the boot camp so that they can see that you're invested in them, not just me being invested in them, okay? Make sense? All right, guys, have a great day. Bye.